It's like the most awkwardly tentative getting to know you conversation while you know that his dick's about to come out. Hello and welcome to another episode of Cheap Smut. My name is Katie Mizell.
And my name is Max Joy.
And this is the first official return to Cheap Smut. How is everybody doing today? Max, how are you doing today?
I am so good. I am lying in bed.
Yes, you are.
I'm on your side of the bed.
You are. You're on my side of the bed like an absolute heathen.
Like a monster.
Yes.
But that's okay. I'm here consensually because you're over in the chair.
I am. I'm in the chair in the corner.
Yeah.
The reading chair.
The reading chair.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where we're podcasting because that's what we have to do.
Yeah.
Such is the state of the world right now because we are recording this on a Saturday afternoon. With very high hopes that our two young children are not causing any chaos downstairs.
Yeah. I'm just going to go down in an hour and hope, just hope that they're not dead, fighting, or anything's on fire.
Yeah. We're bribing them with frozen yogurt.
We are. We're bribing them with a trip to the froyo shop.
Which they've already screwed up. Like I said to them,
Yeah, you are absolutely correct. They would have lost that privilege completely if I didn't also want froyo. So you were giving them one more shot.
Because at this point they will absolutely watch us eat froyo.
They will. I'll bring it home.
Fuck them kids. I don't even care. They got to learn somehow.
Seriously. So yeah, we're going to try to get this recording done in the middle of the day in our bedroom where the acoustics are fabulous. I'm told it sounds great.
It sounds fantastic. This is where I would like to record going forward. Yeah.
Okay. But it does mean that our children have to keep it together for just a little while.
Yeah. But luckily I feel comfortable as an editor. I mean, for example, this episode right now, what I'm saying happened 4 days after the beginning of the episode. That's how I'm kidding.
Stop.
You're
just making it weird.
Yeah, we can edit around it.
Yeah.
Speaking of making it weird, how are you?
I'm good. I'm making it weird everywhere I go all the time. That's like my whole thing.
Never not making it weird.
It's like my whole shtick.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. My job, my purpose in life is to walk in and light up every room weirdly. To make it weird, but to be the brightest part of your day. That's my goal.
This little light of mine.
It has tentacles for some reason. Oh my God.
It's gonna weirdly shine. Yeah, but let's talk about those tentacles. No tentacles in the book that we are reading today.
No tentacles.
There's definitely some. Yeah, there's some stuff.
There's so much.
There's some stuff before
so much.
we move on, I feel like we should get some of the housekeeping out of the way. As a reminder, you are going to be appearing at Sinful Signings in August. We'll have the dates a little bit, probably next episode.
Yeah,
we'll be more
God,
prepared.
I freaking hope so. If anything else comes up that keeps me away from that, I will be so pissed.
Things just keep happening.
They're never not happening, is what it is.
Yeah, because as a slight aside,
that's my secret. I'm always happening.
I'm always. The thing's always happening. If you listened to the soft launch of season 4, you heard our trials and tribulations of the last few months. We had some travel planned down to visit our dear friend of the show, author Ivy Young. Mm-hmm. And you were still going to go.
I am.
But I got a new job.
Yes.
So that's great, but it's going to preclude me.
Yes.
And ultimately the kids from going down. So we're gonna arrange a family trip later in the fall, but you're going to get to go down to hang out with Ivy at all. And
I'm going to go down and I'm going to have a great time, and I'm going to be really sad and miss you guys, but I'll also probably get twice as wasted because my children won't be there.
Oh, you
so
can get white mom wasted.
I've never done that before.
Yeah.
I'll have to dance around in my bathing suit and embarrass the children.
Yeah. That aren't yours.
That aren't mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
And then in September, we are going to be attending Portland, Romance Portland, I believe it's called.
Romancing Portland.
Romancing Portland, thank you. And that is going to be our first time on the West Coast, and it's also going to be our second ever live episode, which is going to be a joint effort with Lauren, at least Lauren, from the In Our Ears podcast.
Yes.
And we're very excited for that.
Yep. We still don't know what we're doing. I have to set up a phone call with her. I should just call her because I miss her. But we'll figure that out. And then once we do, we'll let everybody know what it's going to be. And hopefully we'll see some of y'all there, because I know we have some West Coast listeners who were really sad that they couldn't get to either of the East Coast things we did last year.
Yeah. So if you're in the northern side, the west part of the country, dare I say the northwest part of the country, come and see us in September. We would love to see you. And by that time, we will also have, I'm guessing, a handful of episodes of our new podcast out in the world. We've kind of talked about it for a while. We've wanted to do other things, and I've wanted to do something for a while, and I didn't know what else to do. So I just decided, fuck it, we're gonna do a podcast about movies, and we're just gonna call it Max Loves Movies. That's simply all it is. We're going to primarily talk about movies. We teased it on the last episode. Sometimes it'll be fun. Sometimes it'll be a little bit serious, but it's always going to be centered around movies to some extent.
Yes. I mean, we've talked about covering A24 films because there are several of them that we love. We've talked about covering more Bollywood because we have a huge love of Indian cinema in this house, and we don't talk about it on the show.
Yeah.
We've talked about finding weird shit to watch, like Millions of Beavers.
Yeah.
We could watch that. That's actually a great name for a book that we could read on this show, Millions of Beavers.
The show could be called Millions of Beavers.
It could. I could call it that. But anyway, so yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that with you. Another podcast, but more you-centered, a thing you love, film. And I'll just be along for the ride this time. And
it's going to be a blast. And I didn't realize until I saw that video that Hank Green made about a week ago. It's gonna be another audio only podcast.
Yes.
Hank Green he made a video about how he's gonna have a new podcast, and apparently people were kind of like losing their minds that it was gonna be audio only. Apparently it's a radical thing to just do audio only.
We are radical.
Yeah.
Or not so much radical. We don't have the social cachet to say that what we are doing is radical.
Yeah, when we do it, we're just losers.
Yeah, we're just back alley losers who can't afford a video setup and really don't want to be on camera all the time. But we've also stuck to our principles the whole time and said, no, if you want to watch us, go find a YouTube video to watch. We're here to talk into microphones. And apparently that's now coming back. So suck it. Suck it, video.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we're pivoting away from video, the thing that we never pivoted towards.
Yes.
So I'm not sure when that's probably going to happen. I've got the new job starting here pretty soon, but I'm guessing it'll fall either in line with this show or maybe every other, maybe alternate. Like you get one week you get Cheap Smut, one week you get Max Loves Movies.
Yeah.
But it will be another Smutco Industries production. It'll be under the banner. It'll be available on our website and through our link tree and whatnot. So I'll figure all that out. I just realized I have a whole other mess of stuff to do.
You do?
Like the technical stuff.
Oh yeah.
And that's fine. But anyway, now that that's all out of the way, this is the moment that a lot of our listeners have been waiting for. This is a book, Morning Glory Milking Farm.
Yes.
That is one of the few books that had a viral life that we were not involved with. Like we didn't talk about it. It felt kind of too mainstreamy, I guess. Like everybody else was talking about it.
Yeah. I feel like Morning Glory might have happened right around the time we were getting started or right before. And so I had not yet branched into
the weird.
This kind of weird with you.
Yeah.
We were still doing Omega verses and vampires back then, you know, gay hockey. This is way more than gay hockey. Also, episode 1, you asked me to do a Minotaur book.
Yeah, here we are.
And here we are.
118 episodes later.
It's our second or third Minotaur book. But it's probably the best known Minotaur book in all of porn books.
We did the one that it was Gwendolyn Harper She did the one, My Minotaur Husband.
My Minotaur Husband. Yes, she did.
And what was the other?
Oh, we did By the Horns.
By the Horns. That's
which was
right.
that it was like a college romance.
Yeah.
And they were in a baking competition and stuff. It was super cute.
So
I loved that one.
Yeah.
It's adorable because he was like a total he was a grumpy sunshine. He didn't talk except to her. And then she made his tail swish. It was like so cute.
Well, why don't you make my tail swish with this book?
Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Morning Glory Milking Farm, a monster bait romance, parentheses, Cambric Creek, sweet and steamy monster romance book 1, close parentheses. It's a lot. It's part of the naming convention for the search algorithms, but it's so funny when you read it all out loud. So, Morning Glory Milking Farm by C.M. Nascosta. I think that's how you say it. Nascosta, Nascosta.
Okay.
Is available for $5.99 or free through Kindle Unlimited. It is also available for print basically everywhere, especially now that it's got the new covers. And you can buy it on Amazon for $24.99. I had never really considered doing this book for the show because of the price point.
It's a little outside, yeah.
We have always said $4.99 was our false limitation that we decided we were going to pin on ourselves, and occasionally we go outside it. But also this one got a lot of coverage. Everybody knows about Morning Glory. If you know about monster fucker books, you know about Morning Glory.
Yeah. This is the book where, like, if you're out in the wild and there's a mention of smut or anything like that, this is the book that, like, if I'm on Defector or if I'm in just a random Reddit post, this is the book that gets brought up.
Absolutely, for sure that is true. Yes.
This and Ice Planet Barbarians.
Yes. Or they start talking about like the ACOTAR books or something. So for a long time, I avoided doing this book entirely. I looked at other books in her collection, and they're all huge chunky boys, so they also don't really fall within the limited parameters that I have for myself in terms of page count, so that we can keep this sucker tight. But when we decided to come back after everything that we went through this spring, and people have been asking for this for 2 seasons or 3 seasons now already, and it was fine, it's time, we're doing Morning Glory, right? It is, however, it's part of a larger series called the Cambric Creek series. It's 5 books right now. I don't know if there are going to be more. But so the first one is Morning Glory, which is a Minotaur book. The second one is Sweet Berries, which is a Mothman book. The third one is called Moon-Blooded Breeding Clinic, which is a werewolf book. That one is about...
Sorry.
Yeah.
This is Moon-Blooded Breeding Clinic.
That is what I said.
Wow.
Yep.
This is
that
a semantically fucked up sentence.
I love it, though. So the premise of that one is human woman wants to have a baby, can't afford the IVF. Cheapest way is to go to a breeding clinic and get knocked up by a werewolf. Fucking love it. Work with what you got, ladies. Okay, so the fourth book is called Two for Tea, Welcome to Azanthe, which is that one looks really cute and cozy. It's set in a tea shop, and it features a demisexual witch and a non-binary, ageless shadow entity.
Okay.
And then He Loves Me Not, which is a half human, half sylvan FMC, and then a Naga MMC, which is a snake man. And usually Nagas also have 2 dicks. So, look out for that one. That one is described as you've got mail if it happened in a Discord server. Which sounds so fucking dope to me. You have no idea.
Sounds terrible.
I love that.
To me.
I want that. I want to read that. I probably will at some point. So they all sound fantastic. Again, they are all big chunky boys, and they are all kind of divisive. I know Morning Glory is divisive, and it's not just because of what it is, which is filthy.
Yeah.
Absolutely clinically filthy on levels I have never experienced before.
You have used that term several times.
Oh, yeah, and I'll keep doing it.
Don't think I fucking won't.
It's part of it is Nascosta's writing style. At least in this book, I understand. I was talking to Sabrina Cross about this the other day, which was like a month ago now, that she didn't like it. And it was the writing style. She couldn't handle the writing style, which I completely understand, because while this is not a critical podcast and I don't really have the language to explain it, the way like you would if you had an education in this. Everything is in Violet's perspective, and it's like she has ADHD, which means I can follow along just fine.
Right.
But so like you'll start a chapter and something will be happening, and then that will trigger a flashback that will then trigger a series of forward flashes until you get back to the present. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so to me, it makes perfect sense. You're on the train takes a detour, you get back around to where you were before. But I also understand why that would really drive someone crazy if you were reading something and then you went, that happened 2 weeks ago. Wait, what? Wait. Like, okay, if you can't follow the train, I'm not going to judge you. I get it. I do. So let's see here. Yes. Oh, and also, it is absolutely filthy, absolutely genius supernatural intermingling, in my opinion. But the description of bouncing testicles can be a lot. And that's true.
There's really no way.
I mean,
to poetically describe the gentle swaying.
The ball situation in this book is crazy. The whole thing is crazy. Okay, so let's get into our triple T's, shall we?
Yes.
Our triggers. This week we have capitalism, always.
Yeah.
Xenophobia by species and also by region. A medical setting. Collection and sale of bodily fluids. Mentions of divorce from the MMC. Brief mentions of blood drinking from a vampiric side character. Graphic sexual contact in a professional medical setting.
Well.
Yep, there you go. I have to put the word medical in there, but I will. Tropes. This is an FM cis heterosexual romance featuring a human FMC and a minotaur MMC. It is a slice of life, meaning, not much happens. The stakes aren't that high. We're just watching these people's lives happen for a year. It is a work romance in a fucked up kind of way. And I also put idiots to lovers ? I don't really think they are idiots to lovers. I think they just gave this a lot of time to breathe because of the circumstances that they were in. But that like by a quarter of the way through the book, you're sitting like Violet is in her head going, I don't even know if he likes me. And I'm like, oh my God, you dumb bitch, because,
How could you not
I can
know?
see it. I'm out here. I'm inside your head because of the perspective of this book. I can see it. Why can't you, idiot? Anyway. And then so for our titillations, we have extreme size difference. Not a weird dick, just a lot of dick. Manual stimulation, oral stimulation, vaginal stimulation, anal play, machine-assisted stimulation, lube play, fluid play, and fluids, all capital letters. I cannot stress this enough. Fluids.
Yeah, no, I see where this is going.
And then also I just put the words breeding stocks and good little cow.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie, he says. Now, I also included this image, which I mentioned briefly at one point too. I can't remember if it was on the podcast or not, about how the original cover for Morning Glory was part of what made it what it was.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah.
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 No, I'm. Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah. No.
Right?
I'm not ready.
The new cover.
I've seen the new cover.
Yes, I know you have. I'm just gonna, for the sake of saying that I did it, show it to you again.
Sure. Yes, that is the one. Yeah.
Yes, is a lovely artist rendering image as opposed to the other one looks like CM did herself in Canva and did a great job of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not a hand-drawn image.
No.
So let's get into this, shall we?
Yes, let's go.
All right. So again, this entire book takes place from the perspective of our FMC. Her name is Violet. She's a human. She's in her like mid to late 20s somewhere. She's a grad school graduate. So, 25-ish.
Yeah, 25 to 28.
Yeah, she's not really described beyond a lot of phrases like girl next door and petite compared to minotaurs, but
yeah.
So am I.
I was going to say.
So she's sort of a tabula rasa kind of FMC. She also wears glasses. That much I know for sure. Yes, Violet wears glasses. She is a recent graduate with a master's degree from a university in the city of Bridgeton, which is an integrated city with both human and monster citizens. So we are in a a society or reality where humans and monsters all exist on Earth, but they kind of keep to themselves in their own separate pockets. Intermingling is not super common. So living in an integrated city like Bridgeton is different than living in a human suburb or a minotaur farm or whatever. Her parents are absolutely appalled that she moved to Bridgeton for college at all, because they are like pearl clutching humans from a pearl clutching human community, and her living somewhere where her neighbor could very well be anything that isn't human is just unfortunate to them, I guess. There are several points throughout the book where she has conversations with her mom where her mom is just like, oh, honey, like she's trying to be so supportive, but at the same time, you can tell she does not want any of this for her daughter at all. She wants her to come home and date the boy from up the street and marry him and have babies and like nice human babies in her nice human community. That's not going to happen at all. Sorry, Violet's mom. So Violet, she's a highly educated woman with an advanced degree, and it's got something to do with like antique textiles or something, and working in the nonprofit sector like museums or something like that. And she is now facing the most common dilemma that a woman like her, and of course myself, can ever face: underemployment.
Yes.
She is overeducated and can't find a job to pay her bills. So she is at the beginning of the book in pretty dire financial straits. She's facing like the constant pressure from her mom to move home. She's got like debt mounting up to her ears, plus student loans, plus credit cards, plus all this, which is why she jumped at the opportunity when she saw a pop-up in her job app that said, now hiring technicians and assistants, no prior experience required. On-the-job training, full benefits, flexible scheduling. Visit our webpage for more information and apply today. Morning Glory Milking Farm is a subsidiary of Fizzle Pharmaceuticals.
It's vague.
Yeah. Fizzle, by the way, love that. Because, anyway, we'll get to that later. So basically, like, it sounds too good to be true. No experience required, work for a pharma company with full-time and dental doesn't seem like a thing that should happen, but she's like, absolutely, yes, click apply. The website looks real. She shows up. When she goes to like the interview orientation thing that she goes to, she takes a group tour, and she's still not really sure what it is that they do at Morning Glory Farm, but she's there for it, looking around going, why am I the only human in this room? Okay, that's a little weird, but also kind of cool. Right up until the part where they go into a little classroom to watch a training video wherein a woman with a fox-like appearance, like a kitsune probably, with a very cheery smile, talking about like the job and like the terms of goals and the technical aspect of it and all of that, as well as demonstrating the work they do there, which is the manual stimulation of minotaurs to collect their semen.
Okay.
So
why specifically minotaurs?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
So on the screen, the fox woman demonstrates how a client like straddles this thing. It's called a breeding stock. It's this like contraption that's built into half like wall thing, and you stick your dick through it, and you're leaning down so that underneath the technician can work from underneath to jack them off in like the most, again, clinically obscene thing I have ever read in my life, because we are doing sexual things for a medical reason. So Violet watches this video, and the whole time the fox woman is just like chipper and wearing latex gloves covered in lube and jacking off this huge cock that you can only see the cock because the guy's way up there. And at the end, like when it's time to, quote unquote, as they say many times, ensure a plentiful and speedy collection, she activates this like vacuum collection tube thing and sticks it on there. And when he comes, it is collected into, I kid you not, this is the only thing that really upset me the whole time, an old-fashioned 24-ounce glass milk bottle.
Well,
which I think they make as an aesthetic choice because of the farm thing.
I was going to say, it's less upsetting than a 55-gallon drum.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Or, you know, a desk.
Of Cheez-Its? Anyway, so that's what they do at Morning Glory Milking Farm. They provide manual and mechanical stimulation to bulls, minotaur bulls, paying them for their semen, kind of like how we do with plasma.
Okay.
They take that then, whatever magically potent bull semen it is, and they turn it into little blue pills for human men.
Okay.
At Fizzle Pharmaceuticals, which is funny because we are not that far away from Pfizer Pharmaceuticals, the creator of Viagra.
No, that's... Okay.
I really didn't know how you were going to react to any of this.
I didn't either.
It is like the dirtiest version of plasma donation. That's what it is. That's what we're doing. So Violet spends the next 24 hours watching all of the training videos and reading all the documentation that's provided in the employee portal. And after 24 hours, that is the deadline. She has to decide. She has 24-hour access to this portal to sign up and do all her paperwork, et cetera, et cetera. And she decides she's going to sign the employment contract. Like, what the fuck else is she going to do? This is a really good job. It pays more than anything else she's been able to find. Mm-hmm. And as long as she keeps this sort of like veneer of like, there's like a teacher's pet or like a good student kind of professionalism to her when she first starts the job, where she's like, I've got all the notes, I've read all the documentation, I know how to do everything. Like, as long as she keeps it sort of distant from herself, she thinks that she will be fine. So on her first day at Morning Glory, she gets assigned to a technician to train under for like 2 weeks or something. And we as the reader get the layout of the collection rooms, which is the first thing that they do is they take a tour of the collection rooms. So think of it like an old school surgical theater. There's a bottom portion and then like a top balcony portion, except the bottom portion is where the technician is working and the top portion is where the minotaur is, and the breeding stocks are right at the edge, so that essentially the technician is working from half a floor beneath the minotaur,
like an oil change pit,
or the deck of a spaceship or something. Like it's bi-level. It's weird. It's cool. Anyway, so on the bottom level, it is a technical working space. The machinery is there. All of the labels and all of the things, all of the cleaning products, obviously they have to keep this place super clean, etc., is all down there. And then up at the top is a comfortable sort of doctor's office like space where you can only see the top half of the minotaur when they're up there, and they're always wearing their clothes. So it's sort of not clinical when it's up, or it's sort of not sexual when they're up there, right until the moment where the dick comes down through the hole. And then you're like, oh, wait, never mind. I remember why we're here. And that's what happens to Violet the first time. So she watches the first few times, obviously. She's not going to, they're not going to put her right on the ropes course.
You got to crawl, walk, run.
Exactly. So she spends the whole day being this sort of anxious perfectionist note taker and like spiraling inside of her own head, trying to convince herself that this is a job that she can do. She can even do it at all. At one point, she and her trainer have like a brief discussion about the morals and ethics of the whole thing. And the trainer says that this is not sex work. Like, they are not sex work. Think of it more like being a phlebotomist.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
like
animal husbandry.
It's animal husbandry. What did I write in my notes? Okay, hun, ain't nothing wrong with sex work, even if you wear scrubs. Okay, that's true, but this is not sex work.
Yeah.
It is truly very clinical. By the end of the book, Violet realizes these guys are not there. Like, okay, they're there to get jacked off, but they're there because humans have commodified a bit of their body and they need the income. Most of the people, like most of the guys who come through are like dads who have kids who want to go to out-of-state schools.
Yeah.
And, you know, my son needs new cleats. They're just trying to get paid, and it just so happens that their cum is worth being paid for.
Yeah.
So, huzzah, everybody wins, I guess. Fun fact, the average collected donation is 24 fluid ounces. Okay, yes, I did write that in there.
We're stretching the definition of fun.
I know, right? So, Violet survives. The first week is a bit of like a fever dream or something. Like, she starts to get to know her coworkers. There's like a bug woman. There's this like really mean, pushy orc lady. At one point, there's like a little bit of an administrative huff, like fight that happens in that way that happens in the back of the like doctor's office when the nurses are fighting. It's really funny. It's a really very slice of life. And then she goes out and there's another giant dong hanging from the ceiling. And you're just like, what is going on?
And now I got to deal with this?
Yes, exactly. So she starts to learn a little bit about the job. And so we therefore get to learn a little bit about the job, the various kinds of clients that she will see in a given day. There are earners who those are the high yield bulls who make some or all of their money this way. There are the clock watchers who are usually like businessmen on their lunches who just want like efficiency. They're in and out and on with their life and they might as well get paid to do it. There are the regulars who are dudes who are just there because they might as well get paid for what they're already doing.
Yeah.
And then there are the good little cows who are the actually kinky minotaurs who are here for the whole farm thing. They want a milkmaid. There are special scrubs, like milkmaid scrubs, and they'll shout like really obscene things about being milked. It's wild.
Yeah.
And again, it's Tuesday for these women, which is nuts. Absolutely crazy. Also, slight bone to pick with CM. There is literally no reason why only women should work on the milking farm.
Maybe
there is no reason.
Maybe right now they're in between. Maybe they just don't have any.
I mean,
at this point in the timeline,
I guess
they don't have any non women.
Yeah. Anyway, so on Friday of her first week, while she is still training, Violet is given her first client. So for the whole week, she has just been observing, and then she is like smacked in the face with the reality of her actual job. And not literally.
Luckily, it was just that. Luckily, it wasn't a dick.
Exactly. And she does the job. So she gets a clock watcher who is on his lunch hour, and he just wants to get in and out. And Kirimi is like, her trainer is like, that's great. She is a trainee, but I am here with her. We will make sure to ensure a plentiful and speedy collection, which is the exact, again, to ensure a plentiful and speedy collection. I read it so many times. So Violet jacks this guy off, and she is fascinated by this entire process. This is just nuts to her. Like, she is horny about it, but she's like almost like me horny about it, like in a way where it's like, what the fuck is happening right now? I have to keep going because I have to know. Almost. So obviously the look of it, the size of it, the feel of it, it's very inhuman. At one point, she sticks the tip of her pinky finger into his foreskin and like runs it around, and he loves that shit. He starts shaking and like lowing like a cow. She does this kind of like lewd but methodical care thing. Yeah. And it's a constantly professional, but also absolutely filthy. And he comes eventually when he gets close. When they get close, you can always tell because they start like stomping and huffing and bellowing, and they've got hooves. They have hooves. Clip clop hooves. These guys are barely human. You get the machine and you stick it on, and then you flip it on, and it starts making the suction noise, and then they start making cow sounds, and you collect into a bottle, and then you stick every client is anonymous. Numbers and initials only. Every client is anonymous. You just stick their little label on their bottle, and it gets like scanned, and you put it on a thing, and they get paid by the ounce. That's it. So it's a perfect collection. It goes great. She feels so much better having essentially popped her cherry, for lack of a better phrase, when it comes to this, and it went well. And she just fully ignores the fact that it turned her on. Yeah. Fully ignores it. Doesn't want anything to do with that at all.
Sure, this won't come back later in the book.
It doesn't always turn her on, though. It's just the one Minotaur. Every other collection is normal. Okay. It's just this one guy she's really into. So the rest of the time, she works the rest of the day with Kirimi supervising her. And then at the end of the day, when she goes to clock out, she gets a little note or like a little message on the computer that's like, go to the front desk. And she finds that she has been tipped. Now that she actually is working and doing the actual manual process, she can be tipped. And this guy tipped her $100. just a fresh $100 bill.
Nice.
And she was like, damn. Of the 7 total clients that she took care of that day, 4 left her a tip, which is great. So she goes home that night and she basically like jills it to the memory of that first client that she had. And when she's done, she's like, what even the hell was that? Like she doesn't know why this particular client did it for her. He just does. She doesn't know the name. She doesn't know even what he looks like. She only knows his client number and his initials, which I believe are RB. And obviously now she knows exactly what his cock looks like and she knows what his voice sounds like. But it all pushes every button. And she just immediately just locks onto this guy hard. Once she's done with all of the jilling, she checks her tips. She finds that she has... on top of the $100 she got, I think she got like 150 total or like 160 total. And she's very excited because again, she's fucking broke and she can afford more than gas station coffee if she gets tips, right?
God, what is the going rate for that?
I know.
I mean, like, fuck, what do you do for the mailman at Christmas? No, what do you do for
what do you do for your Morning Glory milking technician?
Yeah.
Huh? What do you do?
$100.
$100 apparently. If you by the end of it are going to fall in love with her. So then we jump forward 3 weeks. Violet's settling into Morning Glory very well. She's taking her job seriously. She gives it her all every single day. She is making sure that the clients are happy and the equipment is clean and everything's properly maintained and all of it. Like she is being a professional about this, and she's slowly losing the weird human like grossed outness of the job. It is a very clinical job. And she's good at it. And she likes her coworkers most of the time. And she likes the town that she works in because now that she has had some time to settle in, to get to know the job. Oh, also there's like a competition element to it. Like the top producing technician every month gets a bonus. So now she's like, oh fuck, I'm getting that bonus because she's competitive.
It looks like one of those clown games at the fairs.
Oh my God, no. Ew, that's horrible. That's awful. Anyway.
Oh my God, I totally forgot. That's the second time somebody's made it. Josh made that joke.
Yeah, he did. And I hated it then, and I hate it now.
Love you, Josh.
I'm still smiling, but it's because if I don't, I'll scream. No, but so she really likes the town that she works in. It's very diverse. Every time she drives through it, she sees cool shit. She sees coffee shops she wants to visit. She sees restaurants she wants to see. She sees bookstores she wants to enter. It's this really great community, and she loves being a part of it, even if being a part of it means that she spends all day jacking off minotaurs.
Does she see any other minotaurs she wants to jack off while she walks around?
No.
Okay, just the one.
So then one day at the start of her shift, she discovers that she has been specifically requested by a client. You get your folders at the start of the day. They're handed out by administration. And one of the folders has a little purple sticker on it. That means he has requested her specifically. And this is the first time this has ever happened. It's not uncommon at Morning Glory, but it's the first time it's ever happened to her. And then she has an absolutely terrible day. She is flustered because of the situation that happened at the beginning of the day. Had something to do with that sticker and her not finding it in time and like being nervous about admin, whatever. It was a to-do. It was a work to do, right? Anyway, so she's flustered already. She has trouble setting up the machine for her first appointment, which gets her set back. And then the second client's labels are missing from his packet, which sets her back even further. And then by the time the request client comes around, she's almost like too unhappy to be happy that it's her first client, the guy who turned her on.
Right.
But they have a little bit of banter. Like before the collection starts, he initiates the conversation with her. He tries to get to know her even a little bit. And she tells him that she is having a rough day. And he says he hopes that he isn't the reason for the rough day. Like somehow he cursed it by requesting her that day or something. And they have this whole cute thing. It's like the most awkwardly tentative getting to know you conversation while you know that his dick's about to come out. Like you just don't know what to handle. Like, how do you handle this? I don't know how to handle this. How is she handling this? Answer, she's not. So eventually, like they talk about a few things about her not having a job in her field and everything else, but CM Nascosta is here to make obscene things happen on the page, and that's exactly what happens. So these collection scenes are not clinical. They are not gross. Even though they happen in a clinical setting, every single one of them, you were just like, what the fuck? And it happens like 4 or 5 times in the book. We get to read a collection scene. There are collection scenes with other clients too, like just the beginning of or just the end of a scene, but only the ones with this client are ever the whole thing. So we get through that. And then when he's done, he asks her about her schedule as he is getting dressed. And it was at this moment I realized that he was going to become her last appointment of the day every Friday for the foreseeable future. I was like, I can see what he's planning from 10,000 miles away. And she was somehow fucking surprised when it happened the next week. So by the time they're done, Violet is so wet, she's afraid she's going to slide out of the room. He leaves her another $100 tip. She jills it again that night, thinking about the lowing sound that he makes when he comes and what 24 ounces would feel like on her sheets.
Oh, boy.
Which the fluids thing was just... It was a lot. It was a lot. Not just like in amount, not in volume. It was just a lot. It was a lot to handle for me personally. So the next scene we get is Violet on the phone with her mom, and her mom is still unhappy about her living in the big city. And it's like this very clear delineation. She wants her daughter to come home, but she also won't just say that because she's a mom, and she's going to like... not manipulate, but she's gonna mom her way into this, right? She's gonna make you think it was your idea all along, you know. And she has, you know, like her friend's son is home now that the divorce is finalized, and you can come have coffee and get to know him. He's so handsome now. And Violet's like, Mom, I am not interested. She still won't tell her, like she doesn't tell her parents about this guy until the last like page of the book. I'll just spoil that right now.
Oh, that's fine.
So on this phone call, her mom is like, well, honey, you know, we're really glad that you found a job, but how are we supposed to brag when Aunt so-and-so asks what you do if you don't tell us what you do? And she has to like really word salad her way into saying like she works in medicine, like she works for Fizzle Pharmaceuticals now, without saying I jack off minotaurs for money. And she ends up saying that the job is really good. It pays really well. She is finally going to be able to move, she thinks. And her mom like latches onto that. She thinks she means move home. Move back home. No, Violet means I have enough money to move into the nicer community out here in Cambric Creek.
Yeah.
But she doesn't tell her mom that part.
Close to where all the minotaurs are.
Exactly. So eventually that phone call ends. She was apparently on her lunch break at work at the time, and she starts heading back to work. So she spends some of her lunch breaks, or her, like if she has a cancellation and so she has an extended break, she'll go into town. And one of the things she wanted to do was try a coffee place. So she went to this coffee place around the corner and a farmer's market or something. But in this scene, she was drinking a latte that was made with diatomaceous earth, which is just fucking wild. My guy, that is insane.
It's made with what?
Diatomaceous earth.
No idea.
No, it's diatomaceous earth. I thought was poisonous. It's not. So it's a diatom-rich soil.
Okay. What is diatom? I don't know what that. I don't know.
They're like little tiny guys.
Okay.
Like single cell organism type things that are. I don't know. I don't know what they do. I know that you put it on your like. You can use diatomaceous earth to kill things in your garden.
Okay.
That I know. Apparently people like take pills of it. So it's not.
All right.
It's probably like activated charcoal. It's just dirt. I don't know. Anyway, it was in this latte, and I don't think this is a thing that should be in lattes.
I agree.
Is what I'm saying.
I agree.
So she goes back to work. She's drinking her dirt coffee. And then we learn that it is Friday, which means that her Friday folder guy is coming. He now permanently has the last spot of the day on Fridays. So they have another conversation before his collection starts. It is this one. She talks about the coffee that she just had, and he tells her to go to the other coffee place in town because they have better coffee. That place is called the Black Sheep, I believe. It's owned by two ram people. It's in this scene that she realizes that part of why she's into him is because not just that he's a minotaur, although she's intrigued by that, it's that he has a very authoritative presence and that he is always in control and he always seems to know what he's doing, and that just really does it for her. She's a thing for authority figures.
Okay.
It's good to know what you like,
Yeah.
right? During this conversation, she also asks, he mentions going to other collection facilities, and she's like, there's more than one of these places? Do all minotaurs know about this? And he's like, oh yeah, they do. And if they aren't going to it, they're thinking about going to it. Because they'll pay you for your come.
Are you kidding me?
They'll pay you to come.
Yeah.
What, are you kidding? But Morning Glory is the only place that does it with that special hands-on touch.
Oh. All right.
So they keep talking through the start of the collection, which Violet finds to be strangely intimate, talking to him while actually doing it. Once they get into the process, though, she almost misses the collection entirely. Like, she barely gets the nozzle on because she is so distracted by how turned on she is by the whole thing that she almost loses his whole donation down his front, or her front, I should say. And that was a whole thing. She's trying not to come inside her own imagination, essentially, at that moment. While he is getting dressed, fabulous description of how Minotaur pants work, by the way. Loved that, Nascosta. They hook in the back around the haunches. That's when he encourages her to go to the other coffee shop in town. And then he smiles at her on the way out. And she is just like, she's so done at this point. I'm not going into like the things inside her head that are happening. Like, she figured out by accident that he was a Taurus or something, and so now she's like fully invested in the astrology of it as well for some reason, and convincing herself that all of these little astrology things mean something. Like, she is really deep. This poor girl is in so fucking deep.
Yeah.
So she eventually does go to that coffee shop called the Black Sheep the next afternoon, and she immediately makes friends with a vampire by the name of Galus, who is a Cockney punk who was turned outside of a London concert hall in 1982. And Galus is avoiding a donor from the restaurant where she works. She works at a vampire restaurant called La Vie Rouge, where they use ethically sourced human blood on the menu. But she didn't want to like talk to the guy in public because, you know, it's one thing to talk to them while she's collecting, but it's another thing to like talk to him in the fucking coffee shop. So she just snatches up Violet and is like, you're my friend now, come talk to me and let me avoid this guy with you. And that's exactly what she does. She just rolls with it. So she now has a friend outside of work, a non-human friend. She wants to go visit her at her restaurant. She'll go. They have a limited human menu there, so she'll go and hang out at some point. And things continue this way for Violet for a while. Like, she works hard. She earns good money. She spends every week looking forward to the last appointment on Friday. She visits Cambric Creek. She goes around to like the historical neighborhoods and all the cool houses, and she visits the farmers market, and she visits all the cool shops. She just has a good time. It's a slice of life book, but occasionally somebody gets jacked off a lot. A lot. She takes like what little bits of information that she has about her Friday client, and she tries to put a whole person together with it, basically. She tries to make a picture with it. She tries to figure out where he lives, what he does for work, etc., etc. She can't, but she's trying her hardest because fucking fully obsessed. Anyway, then one Friday, she gets a cancellation right before and right after her lunch break, which gives her a chance to actually go to the Black Sheep for coffee with Galus and a sandwich and like a whole lunch. Like, she has enough time to do a whole thing with her new vampire friend, right? Sounds great. And while she is standing in line waiting to order her coffee, who walks in and stands right behind her and pays for her coffee without asking and has that voice before she even fucking turns around? That's the guy. Holy shit. He's here in real life, in the real world, where I'm not like half of a floor below him jacking him off for money.
Yet.
So this is where they learn each other's names. We are 50% of the way through this book. This is just where they learn each other's names. It's insane. So obviously her name is Violet. We've known this the whole time. His name is Rourke. 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 And he is friends with the person, the ram behind the bar. They have a little bit of banter and all of that. And in that conversation, there's so much tension between him and Violet. But in that conversation, the U asks if Rourke and L'Oreal are going to be coming to her block party this weekend.
Who's
and that
L'Oreal?
We don't know. We just found out. That's the first time we heard that name.
Okay. That's okay. Just want to make sure.
And that is just like a bucket of ice water on the whole fucking
Yeah.
situation. They had this tiny little moment that was barely forming, and then she heard another woman's name being mentioned in proximity to this guy, right? So she is completely crushed. She, in all of this, had not imagined that he wouldn't be single, even though he is apparently very well off, very well hung, and a very nice guy. So why would he? Anyway.
Even by Minotaur standards.
Even by Minotaur standards, he's big. Like, he's big for a Minotaur. And she goes back to her, like, she tells him that she's on a date. Instead of saying, I'm here with my friend, she says that she's on a date because she's feeling a little crushed. So she wants to hurt his feelings a little bit too. And she goes back to the table and she's sort of mopey about it. But he still has his appointment at the end of the day. That's still going to happen. So she's going to have to deal with this, right? So at the appointment that afternoon, after overhearing, earlier in the day, she overheard another client talking to a buddy on the phone, like in the waiting room, about how he shouldn't do it, man, because once that ring comes in, everything changes, man. And there's like all this stuff that they were talking about. And that's when she finally realizes that she should probably ask the question, hey, Rourke, now that I know your name, what's with that ring in your nose? Because he has a big yellow gold bull ring in his nose, and he explains that it is a mark of ownership traditionally, but nowadays it's a wedding ring. Basically, this is how bulls mark themselves to be married. And so she freaks out for a second internally, thinking she's got this huge crush on this married bull man. And then he says that he has been divorced for 2 years. He just hasn't been able to take the ring out yet. Like, you can't take your ring off yet. You can't take your ring out yet.
Yeah, but this one's in your face.
It's a bull thing, man. What the fuck do I know?
I get to see it in the mirror every day.
Yeah. So then the conversation naturally leads back to the Rams, who own the black sheep, and they also happen to be neighbors with Rourke. And then she's like, okay, so then who is L'Oreal? Then if you're divorced, who is L'Oreal? And he says, oh, she's my next door neighbor. She's an elf. We used to go to all the block parties together, so that way the youths would stop trying to set us up. Now she's dating an orc, and I can't fucking stand how happy they are together, and it makes me sick. Anyway, that's who L'Oreal is. I am single. Like, he puts it right out there. I am single. And then
Wink.
they talk about through his collection, because again, now they talk through the collection process. They talk about him getting up the nerve to get the ring taken out, basically, and how that's the goal, and how she's got her own goals. He knows that she's looking for a job that's not this, etc. We are then treated to a very brief but very delightful conversation with Galis, where she points out that there are plenty of humans in Cambric Creek, but they are all women. And what does that tell you about human women?
Yeah.
Except that we are curious, we are horny, and we are willing to move. What did I write? Oh, I can't argue with this logic, so I concede the floor. So the next Tuesday at Morning Glory, Violet is given a trainee to shadow her, and she is awful. Like, she is awful. She is good at, like, the whole getting the machine taken care of and knowing all of the steps and have, like, the checklists and cleaning and all that stuff. But for the rest of the book, she is dubbed Stiff Grip Sally. Because she just, like, there's nothing. It's awful. She's terrible, right? Like, it's just a dry, awful situation. And then she puts the machine on too soon, etc. So...
Real boner killer. So it just so happens on this Tuesday that Violet is training the new girl. Rourke has come in for a random Tuesday appointment. Sneak attack,
exactly. And so she uses the appointment to demonstrate to the trainee how things should be done.
Oh, yeah.
Right? At the beginning of this appointment, Rourke announces that he has made the appointment to get the nose ring removed. So he's going to be back on the market, as it were. And that is the end of that scene. We don't actually get that collection. We just get that moment where she has the trainee who has the problems with the jacking off, and he's about to get his nose ring removed. And then the next thing we get is the next chapter. You turn the page, and it's just the word, you. And you're just like, what the fuck happened? And Rourke is being very upset. Because, so this is the issue with how the ADHD train bops around inside this book. It has been 2 weeks since the last page. It has been 2 weeks. Next chapter, 2 weeks later. Yes. And Rourke is very upset because he has been left with Stiff Grip Sally for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, damn it, Violet, while she was out of town. And he didn't know she was going to be out of town. But how could she know? How could he know that she was going to be out of town? They wouldn't have told him that. When if he called to ask, they wouldn't have told him anything about it. He just had to deal with it. And he's mad about it. Like, he is really pissed about it. So Rourke was apparently miserable without her the entire time that she was gone. This collection is extremely intense. Violet, in her own head, is fantasizing about a plowing, like a full-on, like being in the breeding stocks, plowing. When he comes, for the first time ever in her career at Morning Glory, the second bottle needs to be used. By my math, he produced 30 ounces.
Okay.
Which is apparently like a lot.
Yeah, that's a quart.
Crazy.
Almost.
Yeah. So that happened. Jesus Christ. After this, he expresses a desire to know her better outside of this place and invites her out for coffee. So they go out to the Black Sheep. They share pastries. He has this thing for sweets. For the rest of the book, whenever they go out, whenever they do anything, they get dessert first. Always. They will plan entire dates around just getting a dessert the size of Violet's head because he wants it. He'll send her places that he can't go by himself because there's no reason a minotaur should walk into an establishment designed for children to buy something called a chocolate lava bomb.
Hey, can you go down to bacon cakes?
Exactly. That's what he's like. So he's super into sweets. He's a crazy sweet tooth. This is the first time we see it is in this scene. They go out on this date. He asks her why she was out of town for 2 weeks, and she talks about how her great aunt had passed away and how her great aunt was essentially her grandmother. And when she starts tearing up, he very naturally puts his hand on hers. It's huge, massive hand. But then he never, ever takes it off again. And there is a point in this scene where she says that he pets her wrist like a kitten in his palm, and that's so fucking cute. I thought I was gonna throw up. That was adorable. I loved that. Anyway, at the end of the coffee date, he tells her that he wants to ask her out properly. That's the whole reason he got the nose ring out at all. It's because he wants to ask her out specifically. He then asks her to dinner that weekend. She accepts. With regards to the ethics, I think the first thing that he says is, I don't know if this is appropriate or not, but at this point, I don't fucking care anymore because I want to get to know you better. And he doesn't say he wants her, but obviously at this point, they both want each other quite badly. Anyway, that doesn't mean that he is going to keep coming to the farm, though. For a pretty decent chunk of the beginning of their relationship, he suspends his visits to the farm.
Okay.
He takes that part of the equation out for her. So then we get an info dump. A lot of stuff happens really fast. So Rourke is indeed divorced. His ex-wife is a woman named Valina, who from description sounds like a huldra, which is a Scandinavian forest spirit who from the front is a beautiful woman, but from the back has a cow tail and a hollow back. Hollow or rotten, depending on your particular mythology. He talks about it on their first date about how it just fell apart. Like, there wasn't one big thing. Like, they got married really young, and by the time they got divorced, they were different people. You know, it just happened, and it's slow going, trying to get back out there or whatever. But this is a normal man. Like, there's no drama here. He's just a normal divorced guy, trying to figure his shit out. So on their first date, he explains all of that, essentially that nothing dramatic happened and he's ready to move on. At the end of this date, he walks her to her front door and kisses the absolute fucking daylights out of her and then leaves her like a gentleman. I believe on this date is also, second date. We'll get to that. On their second date, they go to a bar where he immediately buys like whatever their equivalent to a Shirley Temple is and then sends it to a woman on the opposite side of the bar. And you're like, what the fuck is happening right now? Violet is like, what the fuck are you doing right now? Did you just buy another woman a drink in this bar? And he says, yeah, but that just means that she'll come over here so we don't have to get up. So just give her a minute. She'll be over. This is when we meet L'Oreal. Tiny, elfin, absolutely adorable, mouth like a sailor, L'Oreal, his neighbor, who comes over and is like, joke's on you, I actually fucking like these things. So she drinks the thing. And they get their official introductions. She's like, you have to come over. My orc boyfriend just loves cooking meat on our new grill. Like, it's going to be great. Like, they're building like a little couple-y thing. Like, they have couple friends now. It's cute.
He's got a Blackstone.
He might. Krog would. He would. So after drinks, they go and they have dinner down the street where Violet then tries to pay. And he's like, no, you must be out of your fucking mind. No. And she's like, but like feminism and stuff. And he's like, look.
I got my bull cum money. It's fine.
For real, though. He's like, look, you have all the power, all the agency. You can tell me to stop. I will stop coming. I will stop showing up. I will stop calling you. I will respect every boundary. But I am fully within the financial position to spoil the shit out of somebody. So when you're with me, you're getting spoiled. Deal with it, basically. And she's like, okay, that's fine then. That comes up again later in a much filthier context. So that date also ends with a kiss. It's the same like brain melting kiss from the first time. It's weird because his mouth is fucking cow. I don't think about it too hard, but she likes it.
I do all the time.
All the time or just right now?
Any time we have a book where the one of the characters has a mouth that is clearly not an inhuman mouth. Yeah. And they're trying to lay that inhuman mouth on a human mouth or a human body part. I can't.
You think about it. You do. At least in this one, it's acknowledged. Like she says, like, no, the mouth does not fit properly, but it's a good kiss though. Like I like the way we do it. It's just not a normal kiss, which is great. So then like the next date we get, this is also when he says that he's going out of town and so he won't be visiting the farm on Friday for his appointment. That was going to be his last appointment. He stopped going after that anyway. Okay. So the next date we get is a walk on the trail to the titular Cambric Creek where he tells her that he used to work as the VP of sales for a farm equipment company, but then he decided to start his own when they got too greedy and like it's all about the people and taking care of the farms and the community, et cetera, because he's, good. And then the rest of the book is basically porn with a slice of life served on the side. So
let's talk about that porn then.
She lets Galus wax her because she wants to just be super smooth for the night that she's like, this is it. If I don't get laid tonight, I am jumping off a building. I can't take laid. This. Well, first of all, don't do that. Like for real, don't do that. Once you hit a wax, you need 48 hours before you do anything sweaty like that.
You don't want to be mashing.
You don't want to be mashing bits. Anything chemical, anything sweaty and acrid and acidic that is going to hurt so bad you're going to end up with a rash or an infection. You got to wait. Anyway, she lets Galus wax her because she's like, I'm getting laid tonight. And she does that so she takes him to this, she chooses the restaurant and he takes her to this restaurant where it's just like low, long shared tables on velvet settees and like little velvet cushions on the ground. And it's all very intimate, but there's people around, but there's not a lot of people there. And so they're sitting together on this little cushion with their whole bodies are hidden under a table, basically their whole lower bodies. And he goes to put his hand on her hip and just hold her while they talk. And then he realizes that she is not wearing underwear under the little skirt that she is wearing. And that, I guess, flipped some kind of switch inside his head, because the whole time for this entire book, he's been, like, gruff and authoritative and very intelligent and smooth talking. But that man whatever he is, turned into a filthy talking daddy the second he realized she wasn't wearing underwear in public. Like, oh my God. He literally was like, what did I tell you on our first date? That you would spoil me? Did you think I meant I wasn't going to spoil this pussy? Whoa! Sir! You have never said anything like that up to this point, and now it's just nonstop. So he fingers her in the restaurant. Of course. This is a public place. I forgot to put that in the notes. I should put that in the titillation.
That is unsanitary.
Sex in public. At a restaurant. Yeah, there's food being served here. So that happens. Yes. And then he walks her home and she wants to have sex and he's like, no. And she literally is like, what? When he puts his dick back in his pants, she's like, what? And he's like, no, you can't. You're so little.
Yeah,
This is going to take a little time, right? Now, having said that, I will be eating you out now. And every time we have sex from now on, the rule is you come on my tongue first. That is the rule. And so he takes her to her bedroom and he has her get up on her hands and knees and he eats her out from behind so that she can just sort of like collapse flat down on her face.
Now that is a time when his snout would come in handy.
It comes in handy all the time. All the time for the velvety snuffling that he does constantly. So she basically just like passes out on the floor or on her bed and he just covers her and leaves. He's like, bye, I'll see you Friday or whatever. And that's the end of it. They didn't have sex, but he ate her out so good she passed out. It was great. Things keep going that way. There's a lot of like fingering. There's a lot of eventually. So he comes to the farm for an appointment. His first appointment after weeks of not having them or something like that. I can't remember. And she never actually gets to the collection because he's like, you know what? I'm saving this for you for after work. We're going to go get, what was it?
A tarp?
No, well, yes, obviously a tarp. No. What was it? Chocolate juggernauts? Sprinkle filled chocolate juggernauts? I don't know. Some crazy dessert thing that he wanted to get. He's like, we're going to go get that. And then after that, we'll do the after dessert activities. And then by the time the collection doesn't happen and he leaves, he's like, maybe we'll reverse that. We'll reverse it. We'll do it the other way. We'll do that and then we'll get the dessert. So she goes to his apartment after work and he's already there and he's in a towel. And he's like, what are you doing? Why are you wearing clothes? She's like, you said we were getting ice cream. No, we are not getting ice cream. Take it off. And then he fucks the shit out of her. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you here. It is a slow process. They have taken their time and done it all right. And it's still painful for her until he flips her over. And like, it's great. It's lovely. It's wonderful. There's so much cum. Holy moly, is there so much cum. And then from that point on, like, it's just to the end. There's a lot of, and then we did this, and then we did that, and then we had more sex about it. It's great. So he helps her L'Oreal helps her find a job. Like, he helps her find a job through his connections, but not by like being a nepotist, just by like, he knows a lot of people in a lot of industries. And she ends up finding a really great job. And then she eventually tells her parents, I'm dating a minotaur. I want you to come to town to meet him. I'm going to move to this town. And then when she gets that job, she's going to move into an apartment in Gaelis's building. So she'll be able to live in the same building as her friend. They keep towels in every room of the house, and they have a special enzyme cleaner that they need to use basically all the time.
That is the best detail.
I know. They keep it in their shower, otherwise it would clog the drain. And It's so funny the whole time. It's so funny because it's just like this sweet, adorable slice of life romance with a bull man who regularly comes 24 ounces into his petite little girlfriend. And she loves it.
It's kind of like our life when you think about it.
No, it's not.
Well, I mean, there are certain different details.
Yeah, well, we have an adorable, cozy slice of life romance happening right now, but then that's where it ends.
I said it kind of.
Okay, so that's the end. It really peters out into nothing.
That's okay.
It's beautiful that way. Like I said, it's a slice of life book. Nothing big happens. There is no grand conclusion. Everything falls together beautifully over the course of the book. And there's just so much bullcock that you have to deal with in between. Like, whoa. Like, I didn't talk about all of the like plumping of testicles and like the smacking around of things.
No,
I really didn't.
And you know what? That's fine. You didn't need to.
Yeah.
I feel like I got the full breadth and width of the book. Like
you got all the girth
of
the book, if you will.
Yeah.
You've taken the book's girth.
I've taken it.
All right.
I had to say I was into it.
Oh, nice.
What are you into?
Oh, you know what I'm into.
I do.
I've been sitting on this for like 2 weeks.
Me.
Backrooms.
Yeah.
I am into Backrooms, the movie, and also the entire concept, really.
Right.
But the movie came out 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2-3 weeks ago now. We saw it opening weekend.
We saw it opening weekend. It is based on the Backrooms IP, which is literally just a story a guy on the internet made up.
Yeah, so specifically, it's Kane Parsons' specific vision of sort of like the open sourced mythology of Backrooms.
Yes. So if you don't know anything about the Backrooms, 2018, I think, Kane Parsons found or took this random photo of this random office building with this weird colored wallpaper that was very liminal, meaning it looked like it didn't belong anywhere. It had no function. It was just a room of nothing, right? And it looked just odd enough, and he posted it on 4chan.
I don't think he was the original taker of the photo.
I don't know that he was the original taker. I just know that he's the one who posted it on 4chan.
Okay, I didn't realize that was part of the lore, but either way.
And the story just kind of grew from there, and it is an open source internet mythology,
like a
creepypasta, exactly. And it's this idea that beyond the veil of the world, on the other side of the wall, is the Backrooms, a liminal space that goes on forever, representing everything. And there are floors, and they all have like these weird concepts around them, and they've been expanded to crazy levels that I can't begin to comprehend. I love this shit. I love analog horror. I love deep internet horror. I'm just now getting into it though, so I don't have all of the knowledge. But it was so good, like seeing it translated into film. Mm-hmm. I had no idea what it was going to be. I had no idea what to expect. I know I love Chiwetel Ejiofor. That's about all I know. Mm. Right? And it was great. It was so good.
It was super good.
It was this slow, atmospheric thriller, kind of a horror film, but I don't watch horror movies, and that one didn't scare me, so it was fine, right? Mm. So it wasn't a horror movie. It was an atmospheric, like, thrillery thing.
It was more of an atmospheric thriller with horror elements.
Yeah. About this down on his luck, sad sack piece of shit of a guy who discovers something absolutely incredible and insane in the back of his furniture shop, in the basement of his furniture store, right? And then what happens from there with his psychiatrist or psychologist and his assistant manager and her boyfriend, and like just all this crazy shit. And the whole thing, at least to me, and I don't think I'm wrong, is that it's a metaphor for the human mind.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It goes on forever. You can get lost in it, and the things that are in there will kill you.
Yeah.
Right? That's a metaphor for the human mind if I ever fucking heard it.
And over time, the memories become distorted as a copy.
And over time, yes, everything becomes distorted until there's nothing left except a memory of a memory that doesn't look right anymore.
Right.
Yeah. It's all so good. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought the ending was fabulous, absolutely perfect, because they did nothing and said nothing about actually like giving the Backrooms a definition. Mm. You know, the end of the book was a scientist staring this woman in the face and going, "We don't know anything. We would like you to stay here and help us because we don't know shit. We don't know anything at all. We know nothing." And her just like staring blankly at him.
Yeah,
like, you're never gonna know fucking anything.
Yeah,
why are you trying? So good, so good. Anyway. What are you into, baby?
Funnily enough, I'm into a piece of media that was inspired directly by the Backrooms and not vice versa. I finally watched Severance.
Yes.
Severance, the creators of Severance have said they've taken inspiration from Backrooms. Not necessarily the Kane Parsons iteration, but just the concept of the story in general. If you don't know what Severance is by now...
Also the never-ending, crushing liminal space that is Lumen.
Lumen, yeah. Severance is a fantastic show on Apple Plus, starring Adam Scott, John Turturro, Jen Tulloch, or Tulloch. I cannot remember the other actors' names, and I feel terrible. The amazing Tremel Tillman as Seth Milchick. But it is a workplace drama thriller on Apple Plus in a world where you can bifurcate your personality and separate your work life from your personal life. Again, if you don't know what it is by now, I don't know what else to tell you. I'll post the trailer in the show notes. It was so good. I finally went back. I had to watch it. It was always kind of like nagging in the back of my head that I suspected I would like it. We tried watching it.
I can't do it.
Yeah, the imagery is a little too off-putting and upsetting for you.
The imagery of the first season, because they spend so much time inside of Lumen, is really off-putting for me. Because again, it is a crushing space. Everything is small and gray, and it's all corridors leading nowhere, and computers from 1979, and like it's horrible in there. I hate it. It's awful. And then everything you tell me just makes it worse.
Yeah, it's so good, and there's nothing I could say that would not spoil some fun element of it if you,
except for the music thing.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
the
cool.
music and dance experience
Yes.
is one of the best. I'm gonna put the music and dance experience clip.
You should.
Maybe I'll put all three of those. I'll put
the music dance experience in just so everyone can get the joy of watching that guy dance around.
Oh
'cause
God, yeah,
he's so fun.
Oh, so good. Anyway, so I'll throw that in there. So thank you for listening to all that. Listen to us ramble. Thank you for listening to us talk about Morning Glory Milking Farm. I am so
Thank
glad.
you for listening to me talk about Minotaur cock.
Oh, and thank you so much for listening to Katie talk about Minotaur cock. I mean, I get it all the time.
You do.
but-
Not recently, but
No.
you'll get it more now.
But it is so good to be back doing what we love. I'll save that for the outro. What do we have coming up in our next episode in 2 weeks?
Next episode, 2 weeks, I am reading or have already read The Reader and the Wolf by Carrie Boberry, which is an adorable werewolf romance, like a sweet and steamy werewolf romance that I just loved.
Sweet and steamy, I always enjoy.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to it. But in the meantime, you can find us on social media. We are on Instagram and TikTok, just barely. And that's what I was going to get to. We are technically on social media at Cheap Smut, but these days we are not feeling very social media-like. So please forgive us if you're not seeing us there. But if you do want to reach out to us, that is where you can find us. You can also send us an email, cheapsmutpod@gmail.com. Down in the show notes, there's a link to this book. As always, it's not an affiliate link. We don't get any money for it. We're just trying to help the authors out. You can support us financially if you would like by clicking on our Ko-fi or Coffee link down in the link tree as well. We have an offer going where if you would like to get access to our otherwise inaccessible Patreon bonus episodes from back when we had a Patreon, you can make a donation there, and we can send you some of or all of those episodes depending on how much you donate. The music that you hear in this and every episode is called Storytime by me, Max Joy.
Listeners, I would like to remind you that we also have a Discord. If you want to check us out there, I am always available there, but Max is not. And remember, if there's a book in you, write it. And if there's fucking in it, I'll read it.
And then she will come on this show and explain it to me for your entertainment and then commiserate with you about it in the Discord. And if you want to talk to me about it in the Discord, just at me.
Now I have to go make sure my kids haven't burned my house down. Bye.